Okay.
Hurrah! Good morning, YouTube. Corporal Akira here, Field Mutt reporting in. And today we're going to be kicking some knowledge on one of the oldest, dumbest, and most beloved questions in the entire military. Where the hell did the Marine Corps crayon eating joke even come from? Question mark. It's a classic joke, one that I'm pretty sure you have heard. And if you hadn't, I have, at least a million times. Maybe 1,000,001. Who's counting? The thing is, though, it mainly just pertains to the Marine Corps. But where did the joke even come from? Believe it or not, no one actually knows. There's not one official origin story. It's just a pure folk legend, one that was passed around like a half-eaten emery in the field. The oldest traces go back to the 80s and 90s. That's when soldiers and sailors started roasting Marines, saying that they aren't exactly the brightest crayons in the box, which, yeah, there is some truth to that. It's just inter-service rivalry at its finest. If you can't be the brightest crayon in the box, you can always eat them. Non-toxic is for pussies. The thing, though, was the joke didn't actually catch traction with most people until the 2010s, with things like Facebook. At this point, the internet was so full of forums, memes, comic strips. The joke just caught on, and before you know it, it was even being made fun of in Terminal Lance, a comic written by Maximilian Uriarte, who had actually served in the Marines as a rifleman. He didn't exactly write the joke itself, but he did popularize it. Civilians began interest in Marine Corps life because of the comic, and then, well, next thing you know, the civilians started making fun of the Marines. Even though they didn't exactly know where the joke came from, many even ask to this day. That's why I'm making this video. Instead of asking Marines what their MOS or job was, they'll just ask them, hey, what's your favorite color crayon? And what's the flavor? The joke was so popular that some civilians even started believing that Marines actually ate crayons and would say this to them as a way to insult them. Marines are a whole different brand of motard, though. We don't get insulted by the joke, we actually own it. I haven't met a Marine that did not find the joke funny or at least somewhat humorous. We stole the joke. We owned it. Now you see crayon t-shirts, challenge coins, mugs, and even birthday cakes with little EGA Crayola logos on the side, which actually look pretty delicious. We made a whole Marine nutrition pyramid with crayons as the foundation. Rather than getting upset about being roasted, we took being roasted into our entire personality because that's just what we do to each other. You gotta have a thick skin in order to be a Marine, and you gotta be able to take a joke just as much as you can take a dick. In fact, if you want to change something up, ask a Marine what the green weenie is. Maybe I'll do a video on that. When you're in the field, you gotta find ways to tell jokes and just laugh at yourself. In fact, laughing is the healthiest thing you can do. Sometimes it's just good for a little self-deprecating humor. Some people are just too serious that they can't find humor in anything. They can't laugh at themselves, but unfortunately, for them, they're not Marines. We can. But in actuality, no, Marines do not eat crayons. Usually. That being said, if you offer me that crayon, I may eat it. It's just funny to think even the Punisher could even have a favorite flavor of crayon. It might even be red, because it tastes like blood. Something as dumb as an insult that we ended up taking and making part of our core is pretty impressive, actually. If this dropped some knowledge or made you laugh, hit like, subscribe for more Field Mutt. Stay tuned for more briefings. If you were in the Corps, hey, in the comments below, let me know what your favorite color of crayon is and what the flavor is. Me, personally, green. It is my favorite color, after all. And remember, stay frosty out there, devil dogs. Semper Fi.